Hello everyone. Thank you for taking the time to tune in. My name is Chrissy Lei, and I'm here to talk to you all about what has been going on in the Asian community. What's the first thing you thought of upon hearing the word Asian? Is it the food? Or did it lame jokes we already heard about, which by the way sound very offensive and ridiculous? How about the stereotypical COVID-19 talk that's been floating around since March of 2020? As an Asian American myself, all the things I listed above are true, and just half of the things that we Asians get teared up little by little every day. Because of COVID-19, with cases always increasing, many people are pointing their fingers at Asians. This ends up becoming a wide issue, which leads to hate crimes, violence, and deaths. For many years, while growing up as the Asian kid in school, I've never been bullied or anything. At least, that's what I always thought. The bullying towards Asians get taken so lightly because of the internet, the television, and media. We've always been a laughing joke. You're probably wondering, Chrissy, how does this all relate to what's occurring in the Asian community? It actually does, because when people yell racial slurs at us, that's called bullying. When there's a weapon held against us, not only is it violence, but also bullying. We're human beings too, and when they tease us while throwing stuff at us and tell us to go back to our country, it freaking hurts. Targeting. What's the issue with that? There are many issues with this word. For starters, most of the hate and violent crimes are targeted towards the elderly. Yes, you heard me correctly, the elderly. But why the elderly? My best bet is because of how weak they are. The predator preys on the weak because they assume it's easier compared to the same zone as them. What's even more upsetting about this is that the majority of the elderly that are getting targeted don't speak English at all. On the 23rd of April in New York City, a 61-year-old Asian man was taken to the hospital in critical condition after a 49-year-old white male stomped on his head and repeatedly kept kicking right after. His motive to start this violent crime is because, and I quote, "I was mazed." This leads in with women being the second most targeted group. This is, however, not a surprise, as women were always seen as weak and powerless no matter what. A truly heartbreaking case is that the deadly shooting in Atlanta, Georgia. The male perpetrator had a sexual addiction towards Asian women, which led to him wanting to go on a rampage and kill. This case led to death. Many deaths in A were Asian. The two cases I listed above affects not only me, but the Asian community as a whole. There are plenty more cases where you can read about. Each hate crime is truly upsetting and very disappointing to see how every year the rate of Asian violence increases. With COVID-19 involved now, has been extremely endangered and scared of even doing simple tasks like taking out the trash. Now, what can you do to help? It's the year 2021, a year full of modern technology and the internet. Everything these days is involved with the internet. I want you all to whip out your phones and open up any sort of media app. With the help of many posts, stories, and shares under the hashtag anti-Asian racism, we will be able to garner more attention to the problems having it rising around in the Asian community. We hope that we all overcome this obstacle together for the safety of everyone.